This is Pocket Thompson. You're watching The Beat on the Spot for the Citizen newspaper. Today, took on a model, a renowned model here in Tanzania. She's going to introduce herself.
Hi. Well, my name's Maripisa Craveris. I'm a fashion model of my country, beauty queen, recent Miss Mwanza, and Miss Tanzania first runners-up 2016-2018.
Okay, Clever, can you tell us how you got into the modeling business?
Well, I think I got into the modeling business first. I started slowly when I was in high school. Like, I liked being a model, so I did it when I was in high school. I used to do like the fashion shows on graduation, on events. So when I got my freedom of coming to uni, I actually did a few of the first photo shoots that I actually was looking forward to get signed by a modeling agency. So I got signed. When I got signed, I officially started being a model. Like, I started doing shoots, and I got some works to work over as a commercial model. And so I basically started when I was in high school. Like, I knew I wanted to be a model, so I started slowly doing some few things when I was still a student.
So what gave you that drive to get into modeling? Is it just the sheer desire for modeling?
I think one of my biggest interests is beauty. So I had the career for modeling that I really wanted to pursue as I grow older. So my interest, I think, has been driving me so much. My interest and the love of the career, so took myself.
And what do you think is your greatest strength as a model?
Okay, I personally think my greatest strength is that I've been able to get all the feedbacks that sometimes are either bad or positive. You know, being a model, actually in Tanzania, some people really don't know that there are a few things that you do as a model that are really necessary in building your portfolio. For instance, things like doing these swimwear shoots, the overload swimwear shoots, you know. So sometimes, like, your parents are gonna take this feedback from people out there, like, why do you allow your daughter to do such a thing? Like, she's half naked and all that. So I think my biggest strength is that I take all the negative impacts from the people, but I understand what I do. I know it's really important to build your portfolio when you have different type of images and like different poses and all that. But people would just think when you are a model, then you're just supposed to be, you know, I don't know. I think people have not really learned so much about this overall career of modeling, so they would easily give feedbacks that they probably don't need to investigate so much and get so much details and understand things.
Okay. And now we know that the modeling industry has its own multiple challenges. Now, how do you deal with difficult situations within the industry?
Well, I think I sometimes face so many difficulties, but I try to see what's the good thing I can do out of it, or sometimes I just ignore it. You know, I think the biggest challenges, most times, for me, I understand this is a challenge, so I just ignore it and I look forward, because when sometimes you concentrate on the hardships and the biggest challenge, you might think, I can do this, or let me just quit because it's kind of annoying, or, you know. So I think.
So what's the one thing that someone wouldn't know about you by looking at your portfolio or your work? That's the one thing that someone wouldn't know about you.
Okay, it's something that someone would not know just by looking at me. I think someone would not easily know that I am so much focused on what I really want. You know, some people can just say, oh, she is a model, she takes pictures, she likes being a model, or someone would think, oh, she likes fame or something like that. For me, I think someone would need to know that I'm so focused and I am really into something that I really do. Like, I do it because I like it and I'm into it. I don't just do it. You know, some people are out there, I'm a model because she has nothing to do. But people need to know that for me, I'm really focused and I'm interested and I'm into the modeling thing.
So can you tell us some of your role models within the industry?
Well, okay, I'm gonna just like few, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think one of my biggest role model is Flavian Matata. I think she's one of my biggest role model because she came into the industry, she got into it, she actually brought the Tanzanian industry of modeling abroad and like so far. And the biggest of that is that she has recently saw that she would employ other models as well in starting her own brand that basically she's using just normal models. Like I've once been in her shoot too. So I think she did not, some people, designers, look forward into if someone is having a certain shoot, maybe it's a clothes shoot or something, they look for like, I want to dress someone who is popular or something like that. I think Flaviana has been doing her manicure, pedicure services and her shoots with just the normal Tanzanian models that some are popular, some are just like normal models and something like that. For her, I think she's so much encouraging women employment and she's encouraging the young generation to get where they are. So I think she's one of my biggest role models.
Okay. So you've definitely had a couple of achievements within the industry. What would you consider to be your biggest achievement?
Well, I think my biggest achievement is being where I am today. I think I'm not where I was a year ago. I'm not where I was yesterday. I think that is my biggest achievement to get where I am today. It's something that I think I'm still glad.
Great, great, great. You're currently a university student, but of course you work as a model as well. How are you able to juggle between the two, between modeling and studying? Because we know that at times as a model you're required to travel, for photo shoots somewhere. So how do you try to juggle between the two?
Well, I think for me, I've given school my priority, and modeling is something that I do as on my free times. So, in case it's something that is really important for my modeling career, I give my uni information that I have this to do, my teacher that I'm kindly asking, I won't be able to make this section or something like that. But for me to make it in both of the two things, I've just given school so much priority.
Okay, that's great. So have you had any training for modeling, or have you had any sort of? Oh, you know that you're under an agency. So have you had any basic training on modeling?
Yeah, it's in the agency. It's something that we do in the agency.
Okay. So like how do you go about it? Like, do you go to a camp, or how do you do the training?
Yeah, it depends with your time schedule. The past few weeks, they were like a camp in Kigamboni. So if you are not in a situation of staying in a camp, you can go like daily. Like you can go today. It's actually a time schedule, maybe 4 days or 5 days. So if you cannot make it to stay in the camp, you can just be a day trainer. Like you go in the morning, you come back in the evening. But also we are having this like trainings like almost every month we do like the trainings on how to be able to do successful photo shoots, on how to like the overall modeling career and the catwalk trainings and all that. So we are doing so much trainings depending on the schedules and all that.
Okay. So we've talked about your achievement. Now, can you tell us about your worst moment within the modeling industry?
Well, I think one of my worst moments within the modeling industry. First, let me start with the beauty industry, then the modeling, right? Well, the worst moment within the beauty industry, first it was the first Miss Tanzania that I went on the really final beauty pageant is that like my designer did not make the dress that I really wanted. So I had to, like, because the competition was in my hometown, my brother had to do me a favor to bring me a dress that I was already in a photo shoot with, a dress that I won a pageant with. So that was the worst day of my life. I was so disappointed. So I was really disappointed. But I just had, like, everyone had a very gorgeous dress. Everyone was looking really beautiful. Everyone was prepared. It's a competition that you went in a camp for, like, the whole month. So everyone had done it and all that. So I think I was so, like, I felt very defeated before the stage. I felt very bad about myself, that I did not prepare myself and all that. But all I did was just, I think I wore so much confidence. But that was the worst experience that got into me.
Wow, well, you turned out well. So can you tell us what are your future prospects within the industry? Like, what do you have planned 5 years from now?
Well, I think one of the biggest plans that I have first, I think it's doing some applications of the foreign agencies. I think I need to go broader, and I would love to be to get into the world industry by, you can easily get in the world industry if you get stuck in a single place. So I've been really doing some application in the states agencies and all that. So I'm kind of getting some positive and negative feedback, or sometimes the feedback that you would need to be in states or something like that. So I think my 5 years plan from now is that I'm looking forward to get a better foreign agency, to be able to explore myself, like to get exposed to the world of the beauty, of the modeling career, beauty pageants, and all that. So I think I'm looking forward to be able to get so much exposed to the biggest agencies in the world.
So yeah, there you have it. We were with the beautiful Peter Clevery. She's doing so well within the modeling industry, and I'm sure those aspiring models out there would like to reach to the level where she's gotten to, and she's done that with great determination. So that's a wrap for the beat on the spot.